Welcome to my webpage. I'm Mr. Leffler. This should be a site where, regardless of which of my classes you are taking, you should be able to access most all of the course material through this. This front page, I've just got a brief introduction. The purpose of this website is to be able to provide a place for parents or guardians or even students, especially if they're having issues with Schoology, to be able to get onto here and access that same information that's also going to be on Schoology. So if you need to print off a worksheet or even just gain access to it to write down the answers on a separate sheet of paper, if you don't have a printer, that is perfectly fine. Or even just to download it and then email it into me, that works just as fine. Multiple means of submissions are perfectly fine by me. The biggest thing is you just have to let me know that you are doing it that way so I know to check for it. With this front page, there's a couple of things that I just want to point out. I have my contact information down here. So this is the school's email and my school email here, and then the school's phone number, and then my extension is listed there as well. If you do email me, please include your child or the student's name, so it makes it a lot easier for me. Sorry, include it in the subject. It makes it a lot easier for me than to go back and look at those if I need to go back and reference them. Again, if you're not sure where the high school is, I decided to put in a map there and then my room number. Here I've listed, there's a form, and I'll show it to you here in a second, how to provide your contact information. Like, since I've already submitted it, just as an example, if you want to change it, all you'd have to do is just edit your response here. You don't have to sign into a Google account if I'm correct. I should have set it up this way. All I want is basically your name, email or phone number, whichever one you prefer. If you don't care for either, you could put both. But then any comments about your child. If your child has any allergies, please include them there. I know they're listed on the Skyward, but just having the second place, because I do go through and look at these, please go and put them there just as a second spot to update that. And then you just have to make sure you submit them. But to actually show you how to use this website, so up in this upper right-hand corner, there is a home button. Right now, I've only built it for my intro class, and I'm just starting with this. But so if you want to go to the introduction class, you can click on that. It will pull up outlines of what each unit is about. And again, I will go through and fill this out more later on, especially as we approach those chapters. I will be putting more information in. If you click these, they should jump you directly to the chapters. But since I'm in a preview mode, it's not showing it for me. The other thing I want to show is here off to the side, you can expand and collapse the course. So within it, there'll be even more detailed information. So like from chapter 1, one of the first things that we start to talk about is dimensional analysis and scientific notation, as well as physical and chemical properties of matter. But here off to the side is my PowerPoint notes that I would use in class and go through with them. And so if they're gone for the day, they can pull these up, and then these would be the notes that I would print out for them. More than likely, they will have access to this already. I give out blank copies of the notes at the beginning of a unit, so they have them all. So then if they miss a day, they can just come over and they can just watch this. If there's any issues with these, you can't see them, or they're not opening, please send me an email and label it classroom site as the subject, and then tell me the issue, so then I can prioritize these. And then for each unit, there'll be exit slips that the students will fill out. So just which topics did you understand the least? So it tells me what I need to go back and touch upon during openers or in other chapters, or even just go back and spend a day on the unit. And what topics would you like to learn more about? So what are they interested in? So with this part of it is actually going to drive that other page that you saw in the drop down. So the extra materials. So what the extra materials are is this just literally has extra materials that the kids might find interesting, or things to kind of clarify a couple of things. So like here I've posted a Quizlet that I found that reviews properties of matter. They can use it because on their, we'll be taking a vocab quiz, and on their test there is vocab matching. So they do need to know their vocab because there are several words that are going to be new to them this year. Like they've studied physical and chemical properties in junior high. Now we're going to go even deeper and talk about other things and why they have these properties. And then I'll also include like YouTube videos that just kind of explain the difference between some of the things. So like with this one, it's just the difference between malleable and ductile. Because it's two properties that are very related to each other, but they are different properties. Hopefully this is helpful. If you guys need me to include anything else on here, please feel free to contact me through my email, or call me and leave me a message on my voicemail, especially if it's during school hours. During school hours, they usually don't push calls through, but if it's after school, they usually do come through. And that is everything.